This will be my first video ever uploaded, first hiking trip, and first solo trip. I'm here in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness in northern Minnesota, and we're going to be taking the Kekekabic hiking trail. We're going to be going around Snowbank, Disappointment Lakes, and on an area called the Old Pines Trail. So let's get going. Here's the map. We're right there. We're going to be taking the Kek around here, kind of doing this area, an old loop through here and then back around. So we'll see how it goes. Trailhead for the Kek going west is across the road here. It's the 3rd of July 2015. It's beautiful weather, slight breeze, 5 to 10 mile an hour breeze, 75, 76 degrees, and yeah, here we go. So we're out here on the Snowbank Road, I believe it's called, off the Fernberg Trail, about I think 17 or 18 miles east of Ely, Minnesota. And here we are on the Snowbank Road, and we're going in there. So the trailhead's back behind us, and you'll have to cross the road to get to the Kek Trail there. All right. So we're about 10 minutes on the trail. It's beautiful out here. We're actually kind of heading south a little bit to start, but eventually this trail will head due west, or kind of at a northwest clip. The Kek goes all the way over to the Gunflint on the other side of the Boundary Waters. I'm not sure how far it is from here. It's not the way I'm planning to go, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do a loop, something called the Old Pines Loop. Some old growth forest out there that I just can't wait to see. That's where I'm heading today. It's a fair bit of distance between where I am now and where that old growth is. And I'm kind of getting a late start. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon already, so but anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to a man whose videos I've watched probably, I don't know, twice at least. Kind of inspired me to as he says, just get out there, you know, don't worry too much about it and just get out there. And that's Mr. Shug. So woo buddy, I'm getting out here. Love your videos, I love your how-tos, and I love your very carefree attitude and free spirit about, looks like, doing everything in your life. And something I try to mimic and try to also do. So Mr. Shug, thank you very much. Keep those videos coming. They're inspirational. They're fun to watch, and they're educational at the same time. So, all right, Shug, thanks again. Woo, buddy! Did I say west? This trail starts out south and then it heads east toward the Gunflint. So you'll scoot down under, so we're going down and under Snowbank. We'll go down and under Disappointment, around Parent, Disappointment, and Ema's out there, and then there's just a ton of lakes that this thing goes by as you go further east. Once again, my plan is to do what I'm calling the Old Pines Loop, and we'll see how I feel. That was my first foray into solo hiking or hiking in general, so I'll see how I feel after I get to a certain juncture in the, did I say juncture? Is that a word? Anyway, certain place out here in the woods, and we'll see how I feel. There's a way to kind of get back a little bit quicker, and then there's a way to head all the way around the west side of Snowbank. So the Keck is marked with these, I don't know if they're cardboard, what the hell are they? Yeah, cardboard. Blue cardboard trail markers, diamonds. There's also cairns on the trail. Just came from down there. There's a big cairn. But man, it is humid. They had some rain last night up here. I think last night and maybe early this morning. Roads were still kind of wet, some puddles. Even on the asphalt. Some gray jays in here. See them flitting around, checking me out. Trying to see if I got food. Gray jays. Also called, what do they call them? Camp robbers. They'll take anything that's not bolted down, food-wise at least, from your camp. They travel in groups like that. There's about 3 or 4 of them there. Cool little things. Sometimes you can hold a little piece of bread in your hand, and they'll come and land on your hand, take it right out of your hand. It's always an interesting thing to do. It's kind of fun. But anyway, so yeah, we had some rain up here last night, early this morning. Trail's a little wet. Almost took a digger back there on these rocks. As you can see, they're kind of moss covered and they are slick. There's still some wetness on the ferns and the undergrowth as we go through here. My pants are getting a little wet, but nothing major. But it's beautiful out here already. Wow. Look at the size of that thing. See that way up there? Holy cow. That is a big pine tree. Just for some perspective, here's my hand. That thing is huge. Whoa, easy killer. Dang. Maple trees. They'll get you. Ooh, is this pretty? Uh-oh. I'm taking this way. Screw the road less traveled. I don't know where that goes. So you can see, or maybe you can't see, but it's kind of some rolling hills that we're going up and down here. Another big pine. But yeah, you know, I've been coming out to these woods since I was little. And we started doing the canoe trips into the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. And never once thought about, you know, coming out hiking. Why hike when you have a canoe? But man, you can get out here by yourself. Don't have to worry about the water and wind and the water. But yeah, so here's one of those cairns, or cairns, I don't know. You tell me what they're called or how to pronounce them. I'm gonna call them, I'm gonna choose cairns just because it doesn't sound as Irish, or I don't know. I'm quite a bit Irish, but not that there's anything wrong with being Irish. I don't know, maybe I'll call them cairns then. Anyway, whew, we're cruising. The trail's gotten a little easier since the beginning there. The beginning was quite a bit more rough. I don't know if this is kind of the quote-unquote older trail or what, but it's definitely a little easier to walk on, more well-worn, and a little bit more open than the first maybe half mile. Bugs out here. No skeeters, but those horse flies and those little black flies, not bad. One thing I did do before I came out here was I treated all the clothes I was going to wear for hiking with permethrin. I also have some 100% DEET if the skeeters get that bad, but I don't know. I try to avoid putting that stuff on. It just stinks. It smells. You feel it in the when you get in your sleeping bag. It's all kind of weird feeling. So, all right. So, I've come to a sign here, overlook. Not sure what we're overlooking, but there is a trail here I assume takes us to said overlook. Ooh. This has some definite awesomeness potential here. Wow. It's a little grown up, I think. Oh, wow. So there's a sign out here. Whoa. Telling you about the advantage of apparently clear cutting and the wildlife it brings in, but wow. Look at that view. Awesome. Man, we are way up here. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell that. But it's beautiful. See about 1, 2, 3, 4 separate ridges. Just awesome. All right, I'm gonna sign off for now. I'm gonna get going. Whew. Just opened up here. There's a little beaver bog, beaver pond. You can see the trail marker there. I don't see another trail marker over here, but I assume there's kind of a path here. I assume that it goes up into the woods there. If not, oh, there's a marker right there. Damn, deer flies, horse flies, whatever they are. Some running water here. Ow, mosquitoes. Pretty nice area. Whew. There are some legit ups and downs on this trail all of a sudden. We lost a lot of elevation going down to that beaver bog that was down that way. And we're doing true blue switchbacks to get up on top of this other ridge, it looks like. It's almost like, well, we are in a little gorge here, where obviously water runs, or used to run at some point. But, whew, starting to make some sweat beads for sure. Whew. So, I know this does not give good perspective in terms of elevation gain, but keep going up. Up and up and up. Well, there was a little intersection coming down off that ridge back there. And this is a pretty well-worn trail, so I'm pretty sure it's the Kek, and we're going mainly east. But I haven't seen a marker in maybe a quarter mile or so, so I'm a little concerned that I zigged when I should have zagged. So, more to come, I guess, on my situation. Well, still haven't seen a blade or a trail marker. So, no, it's been maybe half a mile. Holy cow. Who put that there? Sheesh. I don't think I'm going under. I'm going around. Oh, people coming through. Ouch. Ow, pine tree. Sticks. Ow, eyeball. We're good. Back on the trail. Dang. That was a big tree. Alright. Let's just hope for a trail marker here coming up. Otherwise, I don't know. This might be the BWCAW loop, but I don't know. I'll check back in if I find anything. Okay. I'm moderately sure. We'll say 85%. Well, we'll say 90% sure that I'm on the right trail. I'm actually hiking back up a little bit. I want to show you this area here. Kind of an open area right on the trail. It's been used as a campsite before. It's just really nice area up here, breezy. I don't know where you would get water. We're way the hell up here. It's just a vista up here. But anyway, I'm relatively sure I know where we are, or we're on the right trail, because as I was coming down here, I found that. So it's blue. All the other markers have been blue, but they've been diamonds. So it's very well-worn trail, and I'm positive we're on the right track now. So good news. It's just awesome out here. I hope I'm not jostling you guys too much. This trail isn't as bad as, say, a portage way out there in the middle of nowhere, but definitely has its share of rocky areas. Areas I have to scramble. I had to scramble up a little ways back, and I had to scramble down a little ways back also. So it's, you know, it's a pretty challenging hike, I guess. I don't know, I've never done a true hike before like this, but you know, to me, for me, ranked beginner, I guess, it's pretty challenging. But anyway, I'm filming on an old iPhone 4S that I had from a couple years ago. Actually, my very first ever cellular telephone. So, it's a 32 gigs. It's got a camera. I thought, what the hell? It's small, it's compact, it's light. I think it weighs 4 ounces, maybe 3 ounces. Whoa! Oh. Now we're going down. So you can see here that the trail is heading toward China. And we found some mosquitoes to boot. So lucky us. Whew. But anyway, so we just came from up there. You see all these mosquitoes? Holy crap. Hey guys. Ow, jeez, right on the eyelid. It's a dirty place to get bit. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. These things are gonna carry me away if I don't get moving a little bit quicker. At this point, I think I just have to keep an eye out for anything blue. So now there's a ribbon. There's a blue piece of plastic just tacked to a tree back yonder. Ooh. Raspberry bushes. I guess they may have forgone or stopped using the blue diamonds. So let's keep an eye out for some blue. I think there's a grouse. Oh sure, there he is. Oh, I don't think you're gonna be able to see him, but yeah. You see him walking around, her walking around in there? Hey, grousey, grousey, grousey. Oh, she's a quick one. I could hear her clucking a little bit. And then I saw those tail feathers, and sure enough, there she was. Grouse. Anyway, speaking of other edible things in the woods, way back there is kind of an open area, and man, talking about abundance of raspberries. There are no raspberries on them, but on the plants, but also some wild strawberries and some very unripened blueberries, of which I had a few. They're not too bad, but definitely not as flavorful and sweet as they would be if it was a little bit later in the season. They were ripe. But anyway, lots of stuff out here, you know, other than just trees and wilderness. There's grouse and blueberries. Of course, Ely, Minnesota is famous for the Blueberry Festival. on the trail. Whoa, almost fell. All right, so we're at our first trail intersection. Kind of a right-hand turn, but we came from that way, and there's a trail that goes that way with a blue ribbon. I assume that way is the Kekekabic Trail, and then that way must be the Snowbank Trail. It's a cairn trail. There's a cairn there. Strange thing is that cairn is kind of on that trail and not that trail. So, definitely gonna take a right. That ribbon's right there. But while I had you, I figured I would give you an idea of what I'm doing here. So I apologize. I laminated my map so you fold it up and not worry too much about it. But anyway, here's a trailhead for the Keck and the Snowbank trails. Here's Snowbank Lake, of course. Here's Parent Lake. I walked south and then came east here. Parent Lake should be on my left somewhere, according to this map. I think I'm right in here. I think I'm right here. I didn't see this trail going off, but I've been focused on those blue ribbons because they've been so few and far between, making sure I'm going the right way. But anyway, so I'm going to start here, of course. Speeders. Come down, come this way, come up here, see Old Pines Trail, come up Old Pines, Disappointment. There's like a, what they call Disappointment Mountain up here I'm going to check out. And then up here is where I can make a decision to go up and around Snowbank or come back down this way. So, I don't know, more to come. Just getting hydrated. Should be, I don't know, maybe that goes to Parent Lake. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out really quick. Alright, so yeah, that trail went to a very boggy lake. I assume it's Parent Lake, and there might have been an old campsite back there, but damn, I would not want to stay back there. And if you haven't noticed, the weather has changed a bit. I'm getting wet. That Ely weather eye lady was wrong, because it's raining. Weather was supposed to be nice. No rain until late Sunday. That's Friday. So I don't know what to tell you. I'll get a little wet, but that's okay. We're in the woods. There's a beaver right there. It's moving sticks around. That's pretty cool. It's going upstream there. Beavers. Well, I was within 10 feet of them. Usually they'll do like a tail slap. Whoopsh. That guy just didn't care that much. That's kind of cool. So yeah, it rained and rained. It's the first chance I had to take my camera out. So we're still trekking on the Kek. I'm assuming we're coming up on the intersection with the BWCAW loop, or Beneezy loop, or whatever the hell they call it. That goes south and kind of adds a couple miles. There's 4 campsites on that loop. But still early in the day, I'm just going to keep going. Boy, that section back there too is just completely, I don't know if it's, so I don't know that we're actually in the boundary waters yet, because it was clearly clear cut back there. Usually when you're on a trail and you're entering the boundary waters, there'll be a sign that says so. And I haven't seen that yet. So, but back there, just clear cut, and just this undergrowth. I got more wet from the undergrowth than I did from the actual rain. But anyway, it's clear. It's definitely cleared up. Some really high clouds now. Sun's out. Beaver's still hanging out right there. I don't know if you can see him or not, but yeah, pretty little creek. It's coming out of the lake that I don't know if it's Beneezy or BWCAW or BWCAW or whatever the hell. So, anyway, let's keep moving. So, lots of ribbons to mark the trail. And I assume we're coming up on the intersection here. Oh shoot. Close my stuff up here quick before I lose it. The skeeters have found me and are feasting on my blood. That rain really kicked them up. Hadn't had an issue at all with the skeeters up until that rain. But according to the map, as soon as you cross that river, or very close to that little creek, or whatever you want to call it, is where the trail intersection is for the BWCAW and Beneezy Bazooka loop, or whatever the hell they call it. So there was another really nice small stream back there that I drank, filled up my water bottle, drank a couple liters from. I'm using the Sawyer Mini for the first time. I'm used to the, what do they call those, Catadine pumps, and recently we switched to the base camp gravity filters. But yeah, it's my first time using the Sawyer Mini, and it worked really well. Sometimes when you first use a filter, you get kind of that, ouch, that filter flavor, but not with this thing. The water was beautiful. A lot of tannin in it, so it's kind of orange, but honestly, it tastes awesome. There's really no flavor to it. I mean, you don't taste an earthy taste or a dirt taste or anything. Sorry, this will be PG. I'll try to edit that out. Just took a stick to the side of my leg here, but anyway, going up some grade here, and I don't know, I'll sign back in when we come to the intersection. So we came from over there, and we're gonna go that away, but here's the trail intersection to the BWCAW loop. I don't know, you tell me how to pronounce it. BECOOSIN loop, BWCAW. So trail markers on the ground. I don't know why it's not sitting up in the cairn here, but yeah, finally there. All right, on we go. All right, we're at another intersection here, right after this little beaver bog here. It's pretty cool because there's a little indicator here. So Snowbank Trail goes up the way that way, and obviously we're coming from the west going east on the Kekekabic. So onward we go. Been traveling between the BWCAW loop where it comes back up, kind of loops down south and east and comes back up and hits the Kek. So we hit that intersection. Research showed or told me that it was about 2.3 miles between that loop where it ended and then the next intersection that goes north, part of the old Pines Trail. 1 second here. But I've been traveling for over an hour and still haven't hit that intersection, which is a little concerning, but gotta be on the right trail. My Fisher map didn't even have this part of the trail in it for some reason. There was part of this missing in that, but the Mackenzie shows it. It might be a little bit further than 2.3 miles, maybe closer to 3.5. So that's what I'm guessing now. There's a plane. Interesting. Shouldn't be planes over the wilderness, as far as I know, or as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I've heard planes going around, so I don't know if they're looking for somebody or something, or scouting. I don't know. It's just weird. I've never seen a float plane like that over the boundary waters, wilderness, just kind of circling. So hopefully they're not looking for me. So, all right, I'll catch back up with you when I reach that intersection. Later. It's very pretty. Literally shut the camera off 10 seconds ago and realized that there's a cairn right here with a post. So that away takes you north toward let's see, it'd be the east side of Disappointment Lake, and then it hooks up with the old Pines Trail coming back west. I'm going to take that loop. I'm going to stay on the Kek, keep going kind of northeast, east-northeast. There's some campsites up here, and some old growth pine forests, which is what I'm really looking forward to. And so far all I've had are these, you know, sporadic large white pine and some red pine, Norway, and then mainly popple forests and aspen, some birch. So, all right, onward we hoof. Here's another landmark. I knew there were saw blades back here. I think Mr. Shug had them on his videos, or one of his videos. And yeah, the saw blades indicate, I think, well, there's a trail here. I'm not sure exactly where that goes. I'm gonna have to look at my map. I didn't anticipate getting to these so quickly. So, all right, saw blades. Whoa, almost dropped you. You okay? So this is called Drumstick Lake. If you take a right, if you're traveling east on the Kek, and you take a right immediately at the saw blades, it'll take you to a designated campsite, which is back that way. I thought about coming down here to get some water, but it's kind of murky, so I have almost a half bottle plus my whole Sawyer Mini bag full of water, so I'm gonna pass. It's kind of a cool lake, kind of boggy, but it's pretty. Alright, let's walk up by the campsite. Let's do it without getting wet. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so there's a little trail here leading down to the water. And then there's a log that takes you out to a rock. And that's where you can get some agua. It's water in Spanish, people. So, ow, stick in your eye. That hurt. Alright, so come up here, come up here, come up here. There's a nice little grassy area. It's an actual Forest Service fire grate back here. You got your tent pad over here. And I assume this is the trail to the latrine. Must be somewhere back here. Maybe not. This is where I would have put it. Anyway, so yeah, might not be on your maps. I don't think it was on either the Fisher or the Mackenzie maps, this particular campsite. I think I got it on like kek.org or something like that. Had the campsites marked on a little map. But anyway, check it out. So here's my setup. It's 9 o'clock. Just finished dinner. I had a meal called mesquite barbecue chicken with rice and beans, something like that. By Alpine Air. Freeze-dried meal. Not the greatest, but it does the job. Here's my setup. Obviously I'm a hanger. I don't think I mentioned that before, but so yeah, so that's a homemade hammock with a integrated bug net. I just used Velcro on each end, and then bunch of Velcro up here to make sure that it stays tight. So yeah, I do have a dream hammock coming on order. Their lead time is about 9 weeks. I ordered it maybe a month ago, so should be seeing it here pretty soon. But just getting squared away for the night. I'm as far out as I'm gonna get on the Kek, at least. Tomorrow we're gonna start heading north and do the Old Pines Loop back to Disappointment. And tomorrow I'm gonna try to find a site on Snowbank, just because it's a little closer to the trailhead, and I need to get out of here relatively early on Sunday. So I don't know, it's beautiful. It's cooled off. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain again. So yeah, the trail Kek, it gets really almost impassable going back west. There's just a big bog you have to navigate through. You get wet. Yeah, you're gonna get wet. The one map I have, the Fisher, didn't even have that area on there. The Fisher map has you go down and around Sable Lake, or not around it, but down by Sable Lake and then back up. And I assume it's because you skip that boggy area. Anyway, so yeah, it's almost, no, it's after 9 now. Sun's just going down. I'm on, I don't know how to pronounce it, Medas Lake or Medas Lake. And we'll be heading out tomorrow morning. Gonna take it a little easier. I'm not sure how far I went today. Maybe, I don't know, I had estimated around 11 miles, 11 or 12 miles, but I'm not sure. I started at 12 or noon, actually 12:30, and got all the way out here, so it was really moving, and the rain didn't help things, but you're in the woods, you got a deal. So yeah, so we're in this really nice site. It's, an ideal site for hanging. A lot of trees, a couple of widowmakers that I had to look up and be sure that I wasn't underneath. There's some trees that are hung up. Looks like there was some wind damage, obviously, but yeah. I'm strung out in porch mode. These poles were sitting here when I got here, so I said, okay, I'll use those. So, anyway, my pack, that's homemade also. I used the harness from a Seal Line pack. The harness comes off so that you can use the Seal Line dry bag just as a standalone dry bag without the harness. So I took the harness off and just started fashioning ways to make a backpack. and I really like the ULA bag, ULA packs. So it's kind of designed after the ULA packs, especially the Ohm, except for I have a zipper on the front. Just makes it easier to get in and out of the bag. But it has the two side pockets that everyone likes about the Ohm. Keep my cook kit in the one and my water in the other, and I can reach back and grab the water. It's a little too big for what I need. I would say it's maybe a 60-liter bag or a little bit more maybe, but did a really good job. So I'm happy. You know, I made it, so it's pretty cool. And it did take a hit today, going under a tree, got caught up, but no problem. I can fix that. But yeah, so that's it for tonight. I'm gonna hang my food, and we'll see you in the morning, I guess.